Good morning, soul family. Gotta turn the radio down. Sugar, sugar. Just wanna be there where you are. 'Cause sugar, yes please, come and put it down on me. I'm right here, and I need little love, little sympathy. Alrighty. Well, we're rolling late because I've had a ton of stuff to do. Let me move this up in the air just a sec. Oh, I have to leave the one because I want to see our little hummingbird if she comes to visit. You know she will. Alrighty. So this morning, there's been a whole lot of messages from my heritage. I'm Welsh. The singing Welsh, they call us. And we are. We're all very musical, and I'm very, very connected to the fairies. It's interesting because I've got this split in me. I've got this absolute split. But of course we all do because we're a mix of everything, right? I come from Atlantis, but I also come from the forest because I'm connected to Artemis of the forest. And I don't know, I think the Norwegian must be the mermaid in me, and the Welsh is the I don't know what it is, but I've definitely have a connection to the fairies. So we're talking about magical messages from the fairies because they've been talking with me all night. I saw myself doing all kinds of acrobatic fairy feats last night, and it's the fairies. It's all about the fairies. When I was in Sedona, Spirit told me to go into the wash to connect to the fairies, and I did. I have pictures. I can see the fairy lights. I see them physically with my eyes, and I caught them on film, and I shared, and I was shown that Artemis was going to meet me. I had a connection with Artemis, or Diana of the forest, right? So I go down into the wash with my roommate Sonia, and I saw the lights. I saw her bow and arrow floating around in the air, and I got pictures. I'll post it. I'll post the pictures and show you guys. I have shown you before. But what's a bummer was I could see them, and I wanted to get a picture of them with me, but I had to take it. I was the one that saw them, so I would tell her where to hold the camera, but you don't see me holding the bow. I literally was able to position her and have her stand where it looked as though she was literally holding the bow and arrow. And you could see the bow and arrow, and you could see faces. There was all kinds of energy. It was amazingly magical. There's a place down by the Twin Souls, by Oak Creek Canyon. I call it the Twin Souls. I don't know what you guys call it. Cathedral Rock or Courthouse, I don't know. But it's where the Twin Souls stand. And down in that water there, that's where the fairies are, the fairy lights. And so I was offered a place to live in Sedona, and it's beautiful, and I'm going to go there to check it out. The person contacted me and said, I think this would be perfect for you and your cats. He used to have a cat, and he'll have one side of the house, I'll have the other side of the house, and it's beautiful. It's not in an area that I know. I know it, but I haven't traveled there. It's song right now, there's no chance I'm leaving here without you. Well, somebody better move some quick-ass stuff because I'm going in the next few days. He has no problem with my cats. So it's in Chapel area, which is, between Oak Creek Canyon, which is somewhere I never wanted to live, and West Sedona. So we'll see. I'm going to go check it out. He's gone during the week to Phoenix, so I had to have the place completely to myself except for weekends. So that can't beat that with a stick. I have 2 rooms and a private bathroom. So one would be my, office, kind of den living area, and one would be my bedroom, which I really want to do because as it is right now, you can see, this is beautiful, right? But there really should be a separation. I was going to say separation from state. What is that? Separation from government and state, or state and, I'm thinking FBI, CIA. I don't know what the hell I'm thinking. Separation, anyway, between your sleeping area and your work area. You shouldn't take your work home with you. So the fact that, I have a screen up here, but I've always kind of had to have it in the same space. And that's not good for me, for my energy, and it's not good for me to take my work. I need to separate from my work and relax. That's what it's all about. All in my dreams last night, it was like I was giving too much. Always giving. And never, and people kept coming in asking for more and more. But that's because I wasn't disconnecting, right? And that's, I think, what my cats are showing me, that they'll just keep asking. In the middle of the night, Lily had me up again, and she drove me nuts. So finally, I took her, when it was about, 4:30 in the morning, out onto the patio where she wants to go. She wants me to feed her on the patio on her Chase Lounge. And I put her food out there, and I shut the door, and I left her out there. And she started crying, and she can't be hurt. She's very safe there. But she started crying, and I thought, no, I need sleep. I'm going back to sleep. I need this. And in my dream, I kept being shown how I kept giving. And in my dream, I put the food out. I said, here you go, help yourselves. Now I'm taking care of me. And I went to bed, and I turned on the fan so I couldn't hear her. She cried until I got up and let her in at about, God, I don't even know what time. It was hours later because I finally slept. And then last night I was in the tub, right? I went to have the bubble bath with acacia lavender sea salts. It was amazing. And it was a jacuzzi tub, so I was in this sea of bubbles. It was just amazing. Didn't know we had a jacuzzi in there that whole time. And I decided that wherever I go next, I must have a tub. I must have a tub. For my work, my shoulders were tense. I needed it, you know. I had to have a tub. Here's this song about the person hanging out with the people he shouldn't be and wondering why things are going sideways. So that's me going to Sedona where it's not going to go sideways. And anyway, so I'm talking to this new guy. He's sending me pictures, right? And so I was voice texting, and Liger heard me. Liger was outside. I let him outside where he wanted to go, just like Lily. I let her out where she wants to go, right? And then he heard me crying, and he wanted me. He cried and cried and cried until I called my landlord and asked him to bring him in. And then he came straight up into my room, and I thought, God, everyone is so attached. I need some space. I need some space, right? I need to get away. I said I want to be where the people aren't. God. Funny. I know that I'll understand about this later. All right, pregnancy. Well, I'm not having any babies, but pregnancy absolutely refers to new birth. And we've been shown about this. We're in the new birth, right? New creation. Could be in your life that someone is having a baby. The birth of a child brings great blessings to you. But pregnancy always, to me, talks about a birth of new projects or new situation. As it is, it could be. Let's read the card. Let's look at the picture. I got to turn that radio down. It's interfering with me. Yeah, I hear what your problem is, but you're not dealing with it. So I'm going to cut you out of mine. I'm going to look into this. Okay. I wish this wasn't so... I wonder if I could bring it... How can I make it where it's darker? I'll do it like this. Okay, so what do we see? There's a lot that I see. Okay, hold on. I'm going to bring out my magnifying glass. I want LASIK. I screamed that to the universe this morning. I want LASIK. Come on. All right, so I see a little snake down in the corner of this tree. There are purple tulips, which I freaking love. There are butterflies all over the branches of this tree. 1, 2, 3 butterflies down below. Is that another one up there? Come on. Yes, another one. 4 butterflies. 5 butterflies. You know what? I don't know that they're butterflies. Yeah, that one definitely looks like a butterfly. But these might be just flowers. I think there's only one butterfly and the rest are floral flowers. So that tree, it's like a cherry blossom. Interesting. There's cherry orchards and apple orchards all in Sedona. There are trees, you know, in Sedona. Okay, the color of your heart chakra, rose. So absolutely love and blessings come from this new birth. She's so happy. Look at her. She's beautiful. She's incredible. Look at her hair, you guys. It's red. She's a kitsune. So this one is the messenger that's coming to bring you the message. And they're celebrating this new birth. It's going to bring joy and light to the world. Why is this so stinking blurry? There we go. I don't like that. I don't want that. There's too much light on it. It could be that someone's adopting a child. Maybe somebody... I've been getting in my dreams a lot lately, and a lot of personal messages that are coming to me speaking about foster children or taking on someone else's child in adoption. So there's that happening. And I remember I kept getting documents and contracts. So it may be that that's what's going on. Somebody is actually going to be taking on the blessing of a child. And it doesn't have to be a baby. It could be an older child. It also is saying that there's a significant birthday that's about to take place that's very, very important for you. And the fairies are wanting it celebrated. A very important birth about to take place. Well, Christ's birth is coming in December. Again, as I said, a project, a new project about to be born. There is a child maybe that was recently born that's very, very special, and the universe is blessing them. I'm literally seeing right now a post. I was about fairies this morning, and it talked about how you know that you're from the fairies, and it's definitely me. And that was what I posted. And that's kind of like what they do with a brand new baby, right? They spank the baby on the bum. So here is this little fairy. This is a new birth of this fairy. And you know what my mom called me? Fairy Sherri. Oh my God, I just thought of that. She used to ring a little bell for me to bring things to her, and she would say, Fairy Sherri, with this very high little shrill voice. God, I just thought of that. It also means that you may have a pet that has a birthday coming up. I know Liger was born in February. I don't know when my Lils was born. It could be her birthday. It could also mean that you were healing from something that happened during pregnancy. Someone may have lost a child. I had a miscarriage. It carries with you for your lifetime until you work through the issues. Painful experience. Maybe you lost a child in birth. Maybe you suffered. I did. I was in labor for 3.5 days. Almost died with my son, and he almost died. And I actually connected with my son energetically this morning and visually because my daughter sent me pictures of my grandson who I've never met. So that's probably a lot to do with this. And I already know my grandson is a crystal child, my Trey, and he's a light. He's absolutely a crystal child. And I knew that Teddy was because that's my son's child, because I dreamt of him, and I've spoken to him, and I've seen that I will see him again when he's about 5 or 6. And right now I think he's about 2.5, maybe 3. And my daughter said something specifically this morning about him. She said, Mom, he's got this light in his eye like Trey. And I said, of course he does, because he's from the fairies. So this is what they're showing me. This is just confirmation of Trey and Teddy. And I've always see, oh wow, Lily, who I just realized is me. I just found that out this morning. Slept with a big teddy bear in another room when she was sick. And Teddy is the name of my little grandson. So there's all these connections, and there is a lot of pain. So there's a lot of healing that's taking place as I watch those pictures. I know that everything happens for a reason, and even though your family may not be with you, the love is still there, and that you can energetically connect with them. So to me, also, my daughter was talking about her aunt and how she, when she saw Trey, she was very upset. She hadn't seen him in probably 5 years. Or more, 7 years, I think. And she started crying, and I said, why? And she said, because she said he was her first little guy. And I got very territorial, and I said, he's mine. Because when my daughter was pregnant, she was very, very, very young. And when she had the baby, she didn't know what to do. And he was like my baby. So I got very territorial about my baby. And then I realized, it takes a tribe to raise a child. And it's good that she has all of these people that want to claim him. And it's good that he has all of these people that love him. So there's a healing taking place, because I literally felt like that little boy was my baby, even though it was my daughter's. We're all connected, right? So whether you have something like that going on in your life, you might be able to relate to me. And when you have a child that lives at home with you with a new baby, and then they go on and they have go on about their lives, it's very, very difficult for you to allow them to go. Of course they have to go. It's like all of us. We have to allow our kids to go. And I've always allowed my kids to make their own choices after they became adults. I never interfered in their lives, ever. It was their life to make the choices that they chose, right? But when they move on, like my daughter moved away from me with Trey for 5 years, and it broke my heart. And now I'm moving away again and she's here, and she's talking about moving back to Canada. That's a big, big move. So maybe some of you are feeling that connection and that disconnection, or longing or missing someone that you love, or maybe somebody is now someone that you had in your care that you loved very much and were very protective of. You're now having to let them go as they move forward on their journey, because everybody has their own journey. Wow, everything went dark all of a sudden. That was interesting. Okay, so also, again, it does represent a new beginning. So you may be about to embark on a journey that's going to bring love and blessings and peace into your life. I know that I am. So that's a beautiful first message. I wish I could figure out why the light. I'm gonna turn the excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm leaning over top of you guys. See if I can stop this from being so bright. I don't know why. Correct for neutrality. I can't get over that. My mother called me Fairy Sherri. God, she did. It's just amazing. So how can I be half fairy and half mermaid? I'll have to look that up. Are there mermaid fairies? Are there fairies that were mermaids? I need to look that up. It might be the two star planets that I come from, you know, Pleiades and Sirius. How interesting. I posted a multiple choice interactive reading on my Angels Whisper page as well as my Facebook page. It's from a year ago, and some of you may have already taken it, but I would suggest taking it again and seeing how your answers change or seeing what your message is today. I posted mine, and what was interesting is I chose number 1. Oh, I won't tell you. I can't tell you because then you'll know. But whatever it is, the one I chose, I thought, oh, how hysterical. It's so apropos. You know? Everybody's trying to get me to Sedona. And you know, when the universe says to go, I'm getting from Spirit, all you have to do is stay, stay, stay. But I need to make my choices from my heart and follow my, and the message is, oh, wow, well, that's the message. There's 3, okay, that was upside down, so that's knowing. These are coming out together. I need to make the choice from my heart, and it needs to be a choice that helps the most amount of people. That's how Spirit says for me to make my choice. Oh my God. And when the universe opens the doors smoothly, and they open very quickly and easily, and they keep coming that way, and things roll out, that's when you go forward. Why is this so bloody bright? I have to close that. Does that make it better? No. What is going on? Is that better? For God's sake. Oh, I sound like my grandmother. I never used to say that word out loud. Oh, for God's sake. Okay. There. Thank you. For goodness sake. Okay, so the Eiffel Tower also came up today. I'm going to post that song. It's a song by Green Day, and it's called Love on Holiday. And it's absolutely all about who I am, and the universe is constantly showing me the Eiffel Tower. And in that song, it's the only thing that makes any sense to me. And it's by Green Day. Do you guys know it? Holiday? Why the universe keeps bringing me that particular symbol. So I'm going to give you the lyrics to the song before I do this. And it's called Holiday. And it says, hear the sound of the falling rain coming down like an Armageddon flame. First of all, P.S., the dream, I told you guys, when the great wave comes, go to the mountain with the tablets. I've dreamed of the great wave the other night. I saw it coming. It's black on the horizon. It's huge. It's building, and it's time to go. So when the great wave, and I was running, and I was with my mother, and I was saying, we need to go now. We need to go now. My mother is in spirit, and we ran, and we were trying to keep our heads above water, which is emotional water. The waves were coming. I dove under the water a few times. That's the mermaid in me. I dove under the water. I mean, the waves were ridiculous. They were like skyscrapers. They were so tall. And then the giant wave that was coming, it was black, and it was huge. And I said, now, go now. And we got out of the water, and we were on shore, and we were running, and we went into this parking structure, and we climbed higher and higher and higher. There were gates in the way we couldn't get past. But my mother was in my way, and I thought, my mother is in my way. Why are you in my way? I couldn't get past, so I was holding on to the wire and holding on to this metal gate when the waves came and the water came, and I was high enough. I was high enough to escape it, but the mother was in the way. Now, I don't believe it was my mother that would have been in the way. It's interesting. I'll know later what it means, but listen to this song. Hear the sound of the falling rain coming down like an Armageddon flame, the shame, the ones who died without a name. Hear the dogs howling out of key to a hymn called Faith and Misery. And bleed, the company lost the war today. Company, to me, I think represents, well, I won't even say, I'll just let it be. I beg to dream and differ from the hollow lies. This is the dawning of the rest of our lives on holiday. Hear the drum pounding out of time. Another protester has crossed the line. To find that the money is on the other side. Can I get another amen? There's a flag wrapped around a score of men. A gag on a plastic bag on the monument. This is the monument. This is the Eiffel Tower. This is us. I beg to dream and differ from the hollow lies. This is the dawning of the rest of our lives on holiday. And then you hear this CB radio kind of cut in, and then you hear Zeg Heil to the president. First of all, it says, the representative from California has the floor. Well, that's who's talking to you right now. Zeg Heil to the president Gasman. Bombs away is your punishment. This is what they're yelling. Pulverize the Eiffel Towers who criticize your government. Bang, bang goes the broken glass. Kill all the fags that don't agree. Trials by fire, setting fire is not a way that's meant for me. Because we're outlaws. So they're calling people fags. They're trying to knock down the Eiffel Tower, the monument, right? All the ones that don't agree with the government of this system, of this world. We are the ones who speak out. Let's see if this video gets posted or if they pull it off of my YouTube channel. We are the ones that stand against the government. I pledge allegiance to my father. No government. So why? Because I beg to dream and differ from the hollow lies. This is the dawning of the rest of our lives. I beg to dream and differ from the hollow lies. The dawning of our lives. This is our lives on holiday. Song right now. What did we say yesterday? I feel it coming, babe. I feel it coming. I feel it coming, babe. Right? And what's coming is this universe, this whole world is switching over. We've got a president who's a psychotic, insane man that wants to blow up the government. I mean, blow up the world. Let's blow up the government. Yeah. So right now with what's going on, first of all, the message that popped forward was let go. Okay? As you surrender the need to control, your relaxed energy rapidly attracts your desires. Now, there's a lot of messages that come from this. I feel it coming, babe. We all have this energy that's rushing through us right now. There's something changing, shifting in the world, right? The Eiffel Towers will not be knocked over. We're the strong ones. We're the ones who stand in our integrity. We remember where we came from. This is a radio transmitter to spirit. Do you know that? There's a lot of secret chambers down below in this Eiffel Tower. It's very interesting. We have secret chambers within us, and we have all the diamonds and the crystals of the earth. These are the diamonds and the crystals of the earth that connect us. We are crystal children. We are the ones that are connected to the stars. These are the stars wrapped around us. So don't worry, whatever's going on, because we are connected. All of us are connected, and we are connected to spirit. And as you surrender the need to control the situation, the relaxed energy allows things to flow, and it attracts what it is that you need. What is it that you need? Are you looking for a new home like me? This little robin's like, okay, you're sitting in my home. This little robin says, welcome. Come into my home. Like the man just who wrote to me and said, come to my home. Robin Redbreast, they represent new beginnings, right? They come about in the spring. Look at the spring flowers. This is an apple tree. Didn't I just speak about apple trees with the blossoms? In Sedona, there's apple orchards everywhere. And so this little bird is welcoming her into his nest. This little fairy who represents me. That's what I see when I look at that. So for you, there's so many different messages that let go applies to. Are you moving to a place that looks like this? Do your desires come about in the springtime? Whatever it is, you don't have to worry about it because the universe understands what your needs are. They also understand what you want, what your heart is calling for. So when you let go of the details, like when somebody said to me this morning, yeah, but you said Spirit told you needed to stay. Even though you want to go to Sedona, Spirit said stay. And I said, yeah, but I'm supposed to follow what my heart says. And I need to, and the choice is big that we have. We have a choice that we need to make at this time, right? And we're going to follow our heart. We're going to do what our heart tells us to do. When the doors all open, bang, 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 you go through. When the doors slam shut, you stay. Every time I've tried to go before, the doors have slammed shut. Now, someone has come to me and offered me a nest in this apple orchard. Me, the fairy. So because I relaxed my worry, I wasn't going to worry about it. People keep posting to me I have a post in Sedona asking, about a place. And they're all saying, oh, you're not going to be able to find anything. The price range has gone way up. It's, blah, 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 blah. And I said, I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all because the Spirit will guide me to the exact place that I need to go, right? I'm not concerned with that in any way whatsoever. Where I'm meant to go, the doors will open for me. So the same is with you. The doors will open, right? And when you relax and you allow Spirit to handle things, it all comes to you. You attract what it is that you're asking for. So the universe just says, put out there what it is that you desire and what you need, and then allow things to unfold. Don't sweat. Don't panic. I wasn't freaking out. I'm gonna relax, right? Things come and they find themselves resolving when your energy is relaxed and loose. There's something on that branch. Let me see if I can see what it is. There is, interesting. So what's interesting to me is there's little blossoms, apple blossoms or cherry blossoms. To me, they're apple blossoms because Sedona has apple trees everywhere. And I just was asked to come and share a nest with somebody, and I am the fairy. So, but there are leaves, there are some leaves on that tree that are golden. So I think that the green leaves and the blossoms represent the new beginning, but there are bigger leaves that are golden, which could represent fall time. There's a mix going on there. I love that nest. Don't you think that nest is just adorable? I have a nest, but look, that's the kind of nest you get in California. Not one like this. Isn't that a beautiful nest though? But look at my little egg that I found too. Spirit showed me that there was something coming, right? That's how I get my messages from Spirit. They give me gifts like that to show me what's coming. So that little egg has now opened, right? That egg was in waiting, right? And this is what I thought I was going to, but maybe I'm going here in the meantime, right? Who knows? So for you, whatever it is, they're telling you not to worry, because worry actually is a form of prayer. Anything you focus heavily upon, you draw towards you. So worry, you don't want to draw that. Everything is working out for the best. They want you to maintain a positive outlook. Keep your thoughts positive. Focus, energy flows where attention goes. So keep it positive. Also, it's asking you clearly to spend some time outside. Climb some trees like I do. Go out there and commune with the messengers. Talk to the animal messengers that come to you. Pay attention. I said this morning, I have so many conflicting messages. There's a lot of messages that come, and Spirit will say, be careful. Remember the guidance that we got, the fairy of, what was the sea beacon fairy that was going to give you information and lead you in a direction, but you weren't sure if that was going to lead you to the rocks, to your death, or to something good, and you're like, what? And I said, I'm not worried, because I listen to my animal messengers first. God controls the animals. I may get information on the internet, or people's minds may be confused, or they may be used if Spirit is using them to send messages out, but God controls the animal messengers that come to